Welcome back. So we have a letter. We are going to be making this letter better than this. Of course, you cannot submit a document, a formal document, just like this. Doesn't look like a professional type these documents for. And the goal of this course is to make you a professional, make you better in the use of Microsoft Office Word. So this is the block format, but like I said in the previous class, I don't want to use the block format, so meaning I have to move this and bring it here. There are three ways to do this. First, you can use, after highlighting, the first thing is to highlight. You can highlight this block of text. They come to this small, this is actually three things. We have the one at the top, we have the one below. Okay, so when you move the one below, you can actually move them independently. Okay, but if you move the one if you move this will actually move the one only the down portion. But if you actually move from this portion, I mean this square portion, you can actually move the two together. Okay, so let's adjust this. Now what I'm setting is the margin. Okay, I'm setting the indent, not the margin. Okay, I'm setting the indent correction. Okay, this gray area shows the margin, whereas this white area shows the indent. So I'm setting the indent, mean that I want this text to be indented. Okay, that is the first method of doing that. Okay, so if you want the text to be indented in the left side, right indent, you can actually move this. Okay, but I'm not going to move that. Usually you don't need that. Okay, so I'm going to do that. Okay, I'm going to drag this back. Okay, then there's other alternative is to just put your cursor at the beginning of the text, then you press tab on your keyboard. So I'm actually pressing tab repeatedly on my keyboard. Okay, I'll come back here again and press tab. I'll come back here again. Okay, I'll come back here again and press tab on the keyboard. Okay, so I have my text there. Then this is supposed to be in the middle. Okay, so I can actually bring the cursor here and press tab, but that is not the right way to do it. So leading us to what we call alignment. Okay, if you notice this text, you will see that the left side towards the left side it is straight, towards this left side is straight, towards the right side not straight. This is because currently this document is in left alignment. Okay, how do I know? If you come to this place in the paragraph group, you see that this text is aligned to the left. Okay, so I can actually choose this document and decide I want to align it to the right. Okay, basically at the basic level, you can just relate with four types of alignment. Okay, we have the left alignment, we have the center alignment, we have the right alignment, and we have the justified. Okay, so I'm going to use the left alignment because this is where, so here I should not be using left right alignment, because the question is why instead of moving, why can't just I use a right alignment? If you use right alignment, is going to make the text to be like this. Okay, so you may want, if you like this this format, it's probably okay. I've seen in letter, I've seen it being used in letter. Okay, but I'm going to come to the title here. I like the title, or place my cursor at the beginning of the text and click on right alignment. So we have the title aligned to the right, but you notice that this section there is still a lot of challenge here, because this text is just left aligned, but we need it to be justified. So what I'm going to do is that I'm just going to press tab on the keyboard to give this a paragraph, and I'm going to break this to go to the next line or create a new paragraph. Just press enter on the keyboard. So when you press enter, it automatically aligns to the paragraph that you've been using before. If I don't want it, I'll just press backspace on the keyboard to delete it, but in this case I really want it. Okay, so I'm just going to drop this again. Okay, so for this first paragraph, I'm going to highlight the first paragraph and click on center alignment. You can see the difference, right alignment, and click on justify. Normally you should always justify your document because it makes it look more professional. Okay, so the yours faithfully, I've seen people leaving it here, but in this case I want to bring it to the left side. Okay, you can have it like this, or you can actually use the method that I taught you, either with the tab or using this this indent, the left indent. Okay, but there's a shortcut here, or the command here, which is increase indent and decrease indent. So I can actually use this to move the text forward, just like you can see that the indent is moving, and use it to drag it back. So there is an alternative way of moving text to increase the indent or decrease the indent. Okay, so let's do some formatting, other formatting here. Let's see, we still have time. Okay, we have like we still have some time. Okay, so let's do some other formatting name. There are some companies or some documents that requires you to use a specific font. Currently the font I'm using is Calibri Body, but I have so many fonts installed because I do a lot of graphics design and other video editing, so I have some fonts installed. So I'm just going to look for Times New Roman. Okay, I used this recently. These are the fonts I used recently, but in case you cannot find it here, you can actually scroll down until you get to T. Okay, and if you know the name of the font you are looking for, you can actually type it here. Let me just type. I'm going to type just Times. Okay, Times New Roman. Just select it. Okay, so you can see that the font style has really changed. So this is the font style. Okay, so I want to make this thing more legible. I want to increase the font size. Okay, remember I told you during the interface video that there is a difference between when you zoom and when you actually increase the font size, so don't confuse the two together. Okay, so immediately you increase the font size, it means that the text is going to appear big when you print them. Okay, so usually the standard font should be 11, but at times you can actually use 12. Okay, and don't forget, by the time you increase the font, some of these things may actually change the way they appear, so you have to adjust the indent. You can use this, you adjust the indent. You see some of your fonts moving, you can readjust. Those are the things that makes you a professional. Ability to reformat the text and make it a little bit make it formal. Okay, so that is that about the font size. Alternatively, I may decide to highlight this portion and use this to increase the font size and use this to decrease the font size. Okay, this is the title for the document, but there's an option here which is to change the case. I want to change it to sentence case, or you use Shift F3 on the keyboard, not Shift F and 3. There's a single key on the keyboard called F3. We have from F1 to F12 on the keyboard, so you can use Shift F3. So I'm just going to use this as uppercase. I can capitalize each word, I can toggle case, but I'm just going to use uppercase. Okay, so I want this text to be a little bit to appear different, make the text bold. Okay, I'll click on this. If I want it to be italicized, if you have maybe text you want to italicize, you can actually italicize this. Italicize. I'm not going to do that. This is underline. Okay, you may want to underline some text. Usually when you write text in capital letter, you may not need to underline, so I'm just going to change this to small letter, then I will have to. So the blue, this is the blue underline that I was telling you about, that is different from the green underline. This is for grammatical expression. It's saying that what I have here should not be capital letter F, so I'm going to change this to small letter F. Also the off, I'm going to change it to small letter F. Eventually you can leave this. Okay, okay, and even this you can change this. Okay, there are times it may not underline, so you just have to do a little bit of use a little bit of your discretion to change what you have. Okay, I think that is all for this video. I don't want it to tell. Basically, this is how to type a letter using Microsoft Word. I do hope you get the illustration, and with this training you can type letter yourself using Microsoft Office.